Denise Richards downsizes to apartment amid financial struggles. Denise Richards has had to downsize from a lavish mansion to an apartment with her family amid financial struggles. The former RHOBA star has had it hard when it comes to her ex-husband, Charlie Sheen, and him paying up. Now she has had to do whatever is necessary to keep herself afloat. Keep reading for more details on her small space. Denise Richards downsizes to apartment amid financial woes. It was not an easy time for Denise Richards when she realized her marriage to Charlie Sheen was not working. She was pregnant with their second child, Lola, but decided to leave. Furthermore, they did not have a prenup, and he was at the height of 2.5 men. Therefore, she could have gotten half of everything but opted not to. Denise continued to work steadily on reality television and made-for-TV movies, but then, in 2021, any Charlie assistant stopped per a judge ruling. Denise went to work on RHOBH in 2018 and stayed for 2 seasons, but likely had no idea that she would not have any support. While on Beverly Hills, Denise and her family lived in a Malibu rental, which unfortunately was affected by wildfire smoke, so they moved. Now, as seen on her new reality series, Denise Richards and Her Wild Things, she lives in an apartment. She stated she had a house, but her husband, Aaron Pfeiffer's family, took it over. Therefore, she went on to rent 3 apartments in this community, which go for $6,000/month. Denise has stated that she uses one apartment to live, one as a studio, and one as an office, but neighbors disputed this. They claim that they have only seen her entering and exiting one space. It seems that the reason for the drastic downsize was not that she did not want a lavish home, but rather could not afford it. She previously owned an $8 million mansion that was 8,200 square feet, had 2 pools and 6 bedrooms. It was sold the same year she came on RHOBH. Financially, the apartments are better for her. As an insider shared, she lost a lot when Charlie stopped paying. Making the best of things. When Denise Richards parted ways with RHOBH, it was a huge financial wake-up call as she garnered a hefty paycheck. She was working on The Bold and the Beautiful, but then moved on to OnlyFans after her daughter, Sami Sheen, joined. This helped immensely, but allegedly, Denise was still struggling. Therefore, doing another reality series was a financial no-brainer. Unfortunately, Denise Richards and Her Wild Things is not a bad show, but the ratings continue to drop. The series premiere garnered 491K viewers, and by the following week, they had dropped to 356K. If there is no season 2, it is unclear how she will maintain her lifestyle. Fortunately, OnlyFans has been doing quite well for Denise, so she may just have to amp that up. In the sun-soaked world of Beverly Hills, where luxury is stitched into the seams of everyday life, it's easy to forget that even stars can fall from the sky. Once upon a time, Denise Richards was the embodiment of Hollywood glam. With her radiant smile, magnetic screen presence, and enviable lifestyle, she lived a life that sparkled in the pages of tabloids and entertainment blogs. From blockbuster films and high-profile romances to a sprawling estate with ocean views, Denise seemed untouchable, until reality hit with a force even she couldn't outshine. Now at 53, Richards is trading her 6-bedroom mansion in Hidden Hills for a modest 2-bedroom apartment in Burbank, a stark contrast to the life she once knew. From red carpets to rent receipts. Sources close to the former Wild Things actress say the move isn't just about a change of scenery, it's a financial necessity. It's been tough for Denise, shared a longtime friend who wished to remain anonymous. She's always been the strong one, the one who kept it together, even when everything around her was falling apart. But the truth is, she's been quietly struggling for years. Those struggles, according to insiders, stem from a combination of dwindling acting roles, mounting legal fees from ongoing custody battles, and the burden of maintaining a lifestyle designed for a time when the paychecks were in the millions. Though Denise had a successful run on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, the reality TV stint came with its own kind of baggage: high expectations, public scrutiny, and a constant pressure to keep up appearances. She felt like she had to live up to the image, said the same source. The cars, the house, the wardrobe. She didn't want to seem like she was slipping, but behind the scenes, it was becoming impossible to sustain. Rewriting her script. The new apartment, nestled in a quiet, leafy corner of Burbank, is a far cry from the gated compounds she once called home. There's no infinity pool, no home theater, no marble fountains. But for Denise, it's a breath of fresh air, and maybe, just maybe, a new beginning. She's actually kind of relieved, the friend continued. It's like she's shedding this armor she's worn for so long. She doesn't have to pretend anymore. The apartment itself is cozy but modern. Hardwood floors, big windows, and just enough space for Denise and her youngest daughter, Eloise, whom she adopted in 2011. Sources say she took special care setting up Eloise's room, hanging up fairy lights and hand-picking plush toys and pink velvet pillows. She's doing this for her kids as much as for herself, the friend said. Denise has always been a fiercely protective mother. This move is about creating something stable, even if it's smaller. Facing the truth in Tinseltown. Financial instability is not a storyline typically associated with Hollywood elite, but Denise Richards is far from the only star to face a fiscal reckoning. The pandemic years reshaped the entertainment industry in irreversible ways. With fewer big-budget roles and a saturated reality TV market, many mid-tier celebrities have found themselves struggling to pivot. For Denise, whose career once flourished with roles in Starship Troopers, The World Is Not Enough, and Drop Dead Gorgeous, the industry's shifts have been particularly harsh. She's incredibly talented, but the roles just haven't been there, says a casting agent who worked with Richards in the early 2000s. Ageism is still a huge problem in Hollywood. Women over 50 are often overlooked unless they're Meryl Streep or Nicole Kidman. Denise deserves more than what she's been offered. Despite these hurdles, Denise hasn't given up on her career. In fact, sources say she's in talks to return to the small screen, not in a glitzy reality series, but a heartfelt drama where she'll play a single mother trying to rebuild her life after losing everything. It's semi-autobiographical, said the source. Denise is using her own experience as inspiration. It's raw, it's honest, and it's going to surprise a lot of people. Lessons in letting go. While many may see downsizing as a defeat, Denise seems to be embracing it as a form of liberation. In a rare candid moment captured by paparazzi last week, Denise was seen carrying boxes up the steps to her new building, her hair pulled back in a messy bun, wearing ripped jeans and sneakers. Gone was the designer armor. In its place was something far more powerful: authenticity. She was smiling, said the photographer. Not the forced kind either. It was like she was finally at peace. Social media, once a battleground of curated perfection, has also seen a shift in Denise's presence. Her latest Instagram post shows a sun-drenched morning in her new kitchen, a coffee mug in one hand and Eloise drawing rainbows in the background. New chapter, new coffee, same me, the caption read. The comments poured in, fans and followers offering support, love, and even their own stories of starting over. The real riches. If this is Denise Richards at her lowest, then maybe it's also Denise Richards at her strongest. There's a quiet dignity in letting go of what no longer serves you, even when that what includes mansions, red carpets, and diamond-studded expectations. In a town that worships appearances, Denise is showing us what it looks like to be real. I don't think of it as falling, she reportedly told a friend over lunch last month. I think of it as landing somewhere I can breathe again. As she unpacks the last of the moving boxes and hangs family photos on freshly painted walls, Denise Richards may not have all the trappings of her former life, but she has something far rarer in Hollywood: a second act with heart. And sometimes a two-bedroom apartment is just the perfect stage.